What's this? Another PlayStation video? Well, in a not so shocking interview, Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios boss Sean Layden has spoken about where he thinks the video game industry is going. And to many people's disappointment, he doesn't speak about boxing his customers in or keeping the console as the only way gamers can experience PlayStation first-party games. No. Instead, he talks about a post-console market where PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo are in a sense coming together to make gaming far more accessible. Now, we all know a lot of people have talked about how Sony wouldn't pass up the opportunity to reach hundreds of millions of gamers outside of their already established platform. But some people seem to hold onto this old notion that consoles are the only way to play games, and all those games should be locked down on one box forever. As it would seem, Sean Layden seems to think outside of the box, and to me, it's better for all gamers. This is a little bit of an older article, but again, it's worth talking about. Here's exactly what he said about the situation, along with others around the industry. The article is from GameSpot, who takes the interview with Sean Layden from Game Informer. Sean Layden talks about gaming being on a variety of technologies. This is what he says. I don't want to put too fine a point on this because it might upset some of the people I work with, but I think effectively we're looking at kind of a post-console world where you can have quality gaming experiences across a variety of technologies. Sure, PS4 and PS4 Pro provide what of course we think is the best gaming experience, but the other consoles out there, be it Switch, Xbox One X, or tablets or phones, there are great experiences across all these. What we need to do is recognize all that. It's very telling that Sean Layden speaks about this topic, considering Sony has already hinted that next generation they plan to keep their service on track with a more traditional market, which means having a console launch a new generation and have games exclusive to that generation. But now there's been little hints that indicate that Sony might not go full traditional like others thought they would. But this line does shine some light on what the future holds for PlayStation's platform. When Layden speaks about what great experiences Xbox, Switch, tablets, and phones have, he says he needs to recognize what they're doing. That encompasses games, hardware, software, and of course services like Game Pass and xCloud. But the biggest takeaway for me about this interview is when he spoke about the console just being another doorway for people to consume their content. What he said is, "We are not little gaming ghettos that are not federated or aligned at all. We're all part of the same gaming community. We just come at it through different doorways. I think the future will be an extension of that metaphor. Your platform is not your hideaway. It's just your doorway to these other gamer folk." And to me, that's a pretty intriguing and, to be honest, quite surprising thing to hear from PlayStation's executives, because it's suggesting that maybe it's the opposite of what Sony wants to do next generation. Sure, they've hinted at traditional consoles, but maybe they do see the promise in what the cloud is doing, and not to mention PS Now has been being pushed by them pretty regularly. They've put more job postings out there about hiring people handling large amounts of data through the cloud or through downloading the data on a device. So maybe they are working towards making their games way more accessible to a lot more people. And it's controversial because the company initially said it wouldn't put crossplay or have the PS4 be allowed with other consoles, and it's always the best place to play, and they wanted to protect the children or something like that. But it's looking like the company has since gone back on that word, because games like Fortnite, Rocket League, and a bunch of others have become a little more cross-play friendly with PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, PC, and so forth, and even some mobile. And the great thing about this is that Sean Layden isn't the only one talking about this. EA CEOs and Take-Two CEO have all said something similar, and especially Bethesda's executives, when Pete Hines says, because truthfully, there's really not a reason for competing consoles to be different. You don't buy a DVD and then worry about which DVD player you have. You just buy a DVD and anything that plays DVDs works. And I think games are going to start to move closer and closer to that, which I've brought this up. A bunch of people in the community have brought this up. Why would we have one console play one disc? It doesn't make any sense. Why not have our games be the selling point? Grab the games, put them in anything you want, and play your games. That is the whole point. It's the medium that they've talked about. They've talked about movies, they've talked about music. Executives have brought those two mediums up very often because you can play, watch, and listen to all of those whenever you want on whatever device you want. You can even stream every single one of them on different devices. All you got to choose is an ecosystem. And that's where I think PlayStation and Xbox are heading, is becoming just an ecosystem you choose. If you prefer PlayStation's ecosystem, you go there. If you prefer Microsoft's ecosystem, you go there. And soon you're going to have other ecosystems like Google. There's also Steam. There's Epic. There's a bunch of ecosystems out there that people have to choose which one they want to get, or they can choose multiple. You're not boxed in. That is the whole point of this. And to me, that indicates that we're moving to a far more bigger, broader gaming world. Because I've said this before, I've talked about this on RDX, and I've talked about this on other podcasts. Gaming in general has had the most funding it's ever had in the history of gaming. It is bigger than ever before. Twitch, streaming, Fortnite, Apex, whatever game you play, God of War, Spider-Man, Gears of War, Halo, all these games are mainstream now. Everybody wants to play them. They're not set for just console gamers. They're not set for just, those 100 million to 200 million gamers sitting in a corner playing their games. That's not how it works anymore. Gaming has become so big that the industry understands that, hey, a lot of people want to play games and they might not want to play it the same way everyone else does. So why not give them options, which in title gives us more money, gives us better funding, and gives us a better market for us to grow our games and our industry. That's the whole point of this whole thing. Shawn Layden sees the future, Sony sees the future, Xbox sees the future, and I guarantee you Nintendo sees the future. It's not about exclusives and my box is better than your box anymore. It's all about what game can we play and enjoy together, or what game can we play and enjoy on whatever device we want, however way we want, because I want the options to play my games however I want. That's what the industry is giving us. I'm extremely excited for it. I'm happy that they're doing this because I want it to push forward, because you're going to get more money within them. You're going to get more money invested in Sony. You're going to get more money invested in Xbox. You're going to get more money invested in Nintendo. And you're going to get more money invested from Amazon, Google, and all the other third-party games out there, because there's a bigger market to get. You can take more time with the game, give a game more budget. That is the end game of this whole thing, is we want to get gaming to be so mainstream that everybody is playing their games, be it phone, other devices, TV apps, consoles. It doesn't matter. As long as you're playing and having fun and playing with your friends, keeping connected, keeping everybody within the gaming world happy, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is that we're playing games and having a good time doing it. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Go down below and tell me what you think PlayStation is doing. Do you believe that PlayStation is looking towards a no console future, and that might be a long way off? Do you think that Sony is going to open up their ecosystem to put it on more platforms or more devices and kind of go the route Microsoft is going? Do you enjoy what Xbox is doing? Do you like the xCloud? Do you like them putting their games on Game Pass day and date? Would you subscribe to PS Now if all their exclusives were on their day and date? Because I know I sure would. Go down below, let me know. I enjoy talking to all of you. This discussion would be awesome, so let's have a good time. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. Any support helps the channel out more than you know. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my videos. Also, follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. If you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat, and I'm always playing games. Right now I'm playing Division 2, which is pure fire, and I hope to see you guys in the chat. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.